for us today, and we will leave you with a... I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it.
I can't wait now. I can't wait. I mean, I know what the diss track is. I'm on Magic Mountain. So I can't... Goddamn. Shit. All right, y'all. Well, we hopping down in the country rap road, like I always say. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, maybe one day there'll be a genre for it, but I don't think it needs a genre for it. After having a conversation, it's like, yo, motherfuckers really is just rapping, dog. So, like, why we gotta make it a genre for it? But I guess, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say, like, you know, these boys is rapping. My guys is rapping, dog. But we gonna hop right into Cymple Man's album. As I said, this is a double feature. And since both of them dropped the album, well, both of them, but since they did a collab album, and I was already on pace to listen to this album, I said, why not do a 2-for-1? Why not do a 2-for-1? It's not like they not cool with each other. It's not like, you know, it's stepping on one. Plus, I did the most recent one first, and we're going to do the one that just came out, which is 2 months ago, which is 2 months too long for me. But I'm a better late than never type of nigga. So we're going to hop right into Vision. And like I said, intros start the albums. You know what I'm saying? And now, let's see. Actually, let me go down the track list here a little bit, too, because that's what I do as well. So we got Vision, Little Green Men, Himothy, Do You Matter, Sacrifice, Wu-Tang, We Gon' See, Settle Down. He ended this shit with a diss track. Yo, Cymple Man's a sick man for that. My man, I don't think I've ever seen that. Actually, have I? I feel like I've seen maybe a Game album. I think it was like 1994, 1992, whatever the album was called, where he might have ended the album with a diss track. But I could be reaching there too, because I like just came from Vegas, so I'm kind of blending that all in together when it comes to that one. But ending this album on a fucking diss track, I can't wait now. I can't wait. I mean, I know what the diss track is. I'm on Magic Mountain. So I can't, I really do like that song too, because of like just how sick he went on dude. So anyway, we're going to go right into the vision. My man's got a vision. His vision is clear. He's just letting us see his vision. I don't even know if that got anything to do with anything. I just wanted to get a little funny and creative with it. But we hop into the vision, dog. Cymple Man, the intro to Underdogs. Here we go.
I wrote some shit. Yeah, so about this. I didn't really have a plan for this track. I just kind of wrote some shit. Some of it's about my life, but some of it's kind of fucking weird. But what do you expect from me, though? Hey, all it takes is a spark like Jordan, and not a fire stoke. To start way back in gym class, I could never climb the rope. I thought, is this a metaphor for how my life goes? Will I grow? Is there some heights I'll never reach unless I learn to fly, though?
Ooh, I like how he used that as a way to just let us know, like, I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this shit, but I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try. I like that. I like that. Let me see. Spark like Jordan. Let me see, because I wanted to see if I caught that too.
All it takes is a spark like Jordan, and not a fire stoke. To start way back in gym class, I could never climb the rope. I thought, is this a metaphor for how my life goes? Will I grow? Is there some heights I'll never reach unless I learn to fly though? Then the devil made an appearance. The fear was searing. Thank God my math teacher taught us all the Pythagorean theorem. When I get out in the real world, I don't have a clue what I'm gonna do. But I better keep making 90s like the hypotenuse. Got it, dude, is that all there really is? Is this all we're really taught? So then rap music became the only thing that I really bought. My schoolwork tanked, but hip-hop...
Oh, this is like I think it's exactly what I said. Kind of already assumed what he was rapping about before I even got into it. So right on cue. You know what I'm saying, with the vision, like what his vision is. This is an intro to this. It's like a hi, I'm Cymple Man. What's happening? This is a hi, I'm Cymple Man song right now. I bet.
I feel the emptiness that's in me. I brought home a couple F's. I guess my mom blamed it on Eazy-E, but I was more than just a fan. Parents just don't understand. I miss the good bars, Mom. I'm about to make $100 grand. Son of Sam.
Hold on, did he just do the parents don't understand Will Smith reference in there too, along with something else?
I guess my mom blamed it on Eazy-E, but I was more than just a fan. Parents just don't understand. I miss the good bars, Mom. I'm about to make $100 grand. Son of Sam, I'm a killer rhymer. Dr. Seuss gave me all the tools I need. I'm Mr. Hyde inside this booth. Just let me loose. I'm not gonna listen. The world is full. We all in competition. I'll be damned if I'm accepting second best as my position. Whatever I'm missing, please forgive me, little minions. I'm not avoiding contact. I'm just working on my vision. You gotta ride it out. these life cycles. Went from BMX to buying DMX, and that was my cycle. Before that, I liked vinyls. And my
buying DMX to BMX, that was a cycle. That was a cycle. But once again, he said cycle in that. But that was a bar. That was a bar right there.
to buying DMX. Minions. I'm not avoiding contact. I'm just working on my vision. You gotta ride it out. All these life cycles went from BMX to buying DMX, and that was my cycle. Before that, I liked vinyls, and my grandma slapped me.
Damn, that circular bar. That circular bar. See, that circle of life bar was dope. Shit.
Buying DMX, and that was my cycle. Before that, I liked vinyls, and my grandma slapped me down, cause I broke her needles trying to make that record scratch and sound. Ruined some gospel albums. When she found them, I saw it in a
little old school reference when you used to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I used to fuck them vinyls up. But yeah, he's old school references here, dog. I like this.
Face. I was Grandmaster Flash and Elvis singing Amazing Grace. She said reality is not a game like the Amazing Race, but in my mind it was halftime buzzer beater. It was make or break. They came to waking banks, knocking on desktops, making 808s, freestyling over the hottest label single instrumental tapes. I told my friends I'm gonna be a great. Allow me to demonstrate. Went and paid for studio time, but now nobody want my demo tape. Am I just arrogant and pompous? Cause I promise I'ma make it, even if it takes an act of Congress. From that moment I began to polish skills until the artist in me feels that I've humbly completed all I can accomplish, to be honest. I'm not gon' listen, the world is full, we all in competition. I'll be damned if I'm accepting second best as my position. Whatever I'm missing, please forgive me, little minions. I'm not avoiding contact, I'm just working on my vision.
Working on my vision, like I said in the beginning. Yep. So I like that. I was gonna start off by giving it a 7.5, right? But I'm gonna bump it to an 8.59, mainly because I didn't know what I was gonna get into when he just hit on what I predicted, basically. So I'm just like, oh, so he really does this. Like, he's really a writer's writer. He's really a rapper. Is as much as I think he said in the beginning, like, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing on this shit. But he just did what he needed to do.
I didn't really have a plan for this track. I just kind of wrote some shit. Some of it's about my life, but some of it's kind of fucking weird. But
so it's like it got into that weird pocket. But then when I'm like, oh nah, like that's basically how I started this shit being like he's gonna come in just like this. So at first I was like, okay, 7.5, but nah, it's 8.5. It's 8.5 now because he literally just gave us it's a Hi, I'm Cymple Man story. You know what I'm saying? This is a Hi, I'm Cymple Man story. This is giving us a little input. He's giving us basically like, if you aren't familiar and you've seen bits and pieces of his music, you get some real, some weird, some goofy, some bars. And he gave me all of that into the intro. So yeah, I like it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Beat was different. And once again, he just went in and just spun this shit up. It sounded like, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, he says it right here in the beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know.
Really have a plan for this track. I just kind of wrote some shit. Some of it's about my life, but some of it's kind of fucking weird. But what do you expect from me, though? Hey, all it takes.
And that's why I like it. And that's exactly why I like it. So we're 1 for 1. Intro is a great way to set up the album. And once again, like, I like how, and I don't understand, maybe that was just a run off the mill. This has nothing to do with Cymple Man or Hard Target, but I'm looking, I'm like, all right, they only gave me two albums. I only say this too because I really felt the way about my man Millie's dropping the album and giving me 10 of the fucking songs out of 20. Like, that shit really upset me low key because I'm just like, bro, like, I want to do a whole reaction to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? I want the fresh. Like, not that the songs was bad. I just think that was a weird move to put out 10 of your singles on an album that you're gonna drop. That's just kind of really what it always is. Yo, Vibes, what up, baby? What's happening? We got Ray Vibes in the house. I wish I had one of those buttons so I go do. But that's your version of it right there. I'm sorry, you know, that's my best version I can get. That's the best version I can get. But yes, it's an Unk party now. You know what I'm saying? It's an Unk party. And shout out Tracy Dickerson too. Shout out to you in the chat. Shout out everybody else in the chat as well too. I think we've already ran the mill and covered the bases here. So we're gonna hop into this next track. Where we at? Little Green Army Men. All right, bet. Let's see what we got. So we 1 for 1 right now. Like I said, we 1 for 1.
The saga continues. It's so hard to maintain focus, there's a lot to get into. I'm just trying to stop my descent to a new low. Cause every day's a new show. These characters and actors create distractions and they backing up all my new growth. We stretch ourselves to the breaking point just to live fruitful. Conduct ourselves for others' approval. If we all truthful, it's so unfulfilling. Never gain a satisfaction. I just keep moving forward, Lord. Don't let me lose this traction. You were giving me strength to press on every day, God. So I write these simple songs, but I don't quit my day job. I'm a provider and I'm blessed to be one. So I keep my complaining low. And when that alarm rings, I go, yes, Lord. I miss those little green.
See, I like what I'm getting from this right now too, because even with this song Little Green Army Men and what he's rapping about, he gives you underdog, but obviously underdog, but he gives you like, I'm coming from the grind, I'm coming from the mud, like, and that's why I think I like him a lot too, because you can tell he's got the hunger in everything that he's doing. He's grinding for something. He's got a bigger picture. He's got a vision on what he's approaching, and that's why I bang with him too.
Army men, that's all it took to make me smile back then. These sacrifices wasn't on my radar in my backyard.
Yo, my man is killing, they the licorice strings, you know what I'm saying? Now I got dread anchors now, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm those little green army men, waking up to get it out the dirt again. Whatever keeps the smiles on their face, God, day by day job. Yeah, all these questions, they aren't for me to figure out. My purpose just seems so much bigger now. I don't make excuses, I know what's at stake. I know my place and I know I give it all it takes. They ain't gonna make no statues out of me and that's fine. Long as my children can look back and realize that the time they have for bike riding or maybe for some trampoline jumping came from dad's hard work, and that's why made the work mean something. Their story becomes mine. The playtime that's earned gets passed down through generations when it becomes their turn. We all those little green army men and women now, fighting our own personal wars to make our family proud every day. I miss those little green army men. That's all it took to make me smile back then. These sacrifices wasn't on my radar in my backyard. Now I'm those little green army men, waking up to get it out the dirt again. Whatever keeps the smiles on their face, God, day by day job. I miss those little green army men. That's all it took to make me smile back then. These sacrifices wasn't on my radar in my backyard. Now I'm those little green army men.
I take this message as like, he's like, oh shit, like I used to look up to heroes, now I got people that look up to me as a hero, and now I got to provide and take care of the people in my family. That's how I'm interpreting this song a little bit. I could be wrong, but he's playing off of the heroes that he grew up looking up to, and then he didn't realize that when he got into his position to be in this spot, that sort of thing would be in his backyard. That's just me kind of just picking it off of my first reaction, and obviously knowing that my man's a father and a family man too. Yo, 2 for 2, B. 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like both songs that I've heard so far. Because it's crazy how my man went from a crazy intro like that, but still staying on the vision. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as that intro was, you got a different version of Cymple Man in intro or in track 1, and then you get Father Cymple Man. You know what I'm saying? You get Father Cymple Man, then you get Hi, I'm Cymple Man, this is my vision, but I be on some shit, you know what I'm saying? So here how I'm gonna write this shit down and tell you about it, you know what I mean? But I like that one. Once again, I like songs like this, and this is gonna be another 12. This is another 12 for me. Because I like those sentimental songs that are heartfelt and that have a real meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? That's a song with a real meaning when you hear the words behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I rank those type of songs off the good old Beto Coucher scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give that 12 couches instead of 10. You know what I mean? But great song right there. Cymple's up and coming, dog. You know what I'm saying? If that's the right term to place on Cymple, you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely somebody who has got some talent and knows how to, like, the key part is knows how to make music. He knows how to bridge that gap of making a good song, having a good hook too. He doesn't have anybody singing on his hook. I think it's him singing on the hook as well too, which I'm learning that Cymple Man can sing hooks as well too. But having a good hook and a good song and an overall good message in it, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on that. So once again, 12, 2 for 2. We gonna hop into Cymple Man Hard Target Himothy, which this is also one that I've heard as well too. So we good with that. But once again, we might catch some shit that I ain't see the first time. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm glad we doing this one again because I don't know if I froze or computer froze. I don't know what happened. Hold on. But I guess I'll talk to y'all for a second while this is happening. But when I first did this song, I'm not gonna lie. I think my bass was fucked up. I think I was just figuring out how to get the sounds right and all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? So now we get to do this without the bass being messed up and without me just sounding horrible over the goddamn joint. All right, hold on. We got a little complication going on over here right now. I don't necessarily know what it is, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like stuff is acting up for a second. So hold up. We got some brief complications. Brief ones though, brief ones. I think, you know, the computer just had to line itself up and get readjusted and reacquainted with what's going on. Vibe, what up, baby? So I think I'm potting with Goat later around 5 or 6. I think 6 my time, 5 his time. But after that, man, I don't know how long we're gonna be on, but I do want to have that Marshall Mathers Eminem chat with you at some point, because I definitely reacted to Smack You, and I like your knowledge on Eminem, brother. I like your knowledge on Eminem, but I definitely want to link up with you for sure. Hold on, there's a video out. A video out for Little Green Men. I think that's what you was talking about. My fault if I'm misinterpreting what you mean. Word, I'm gonna try to check your joint too. After Vibes too. He might have left already because it looked like he's going live or going up. So I'm gonna have to check his a little later too and hit him on the blocker. But all right, so we're to the next one here. I don't know if y'all caught any of what had happened with the complications. If you slide it through or pop it in, man, don't forget to like the video as well too. All that good stuff. We are also, Ashley, if you are here or catching me or peeping me, if you don't mind just hitting me in the DMs to let me know if it's 5 his time, which would mean, I believe, 6 my time, just to double check. Okay. My fault, getting distracted by multitasking right now and everything. So, all right, we are at track Tracy, Hard Target, Cymple Man, Himothy, the original. Appreciate that second link for the other channel, Bad Wolf. That's it. If anybody fucks with Celtics or the sports stuff, I took a break from it because I think I just got overwhelmed on trying to figure out like just everything. So I just put a pause on it, and I just wasn't able to just do everything at once. That's really what it is. But it still exists. I still talk my Celtics shit. I actually want to talk the playoff game last night. But once again, I'm still recovering from shit, so I'm just doing what I can and being able to be my best version of myself and have the best energy I can while you go through this. Because obviously I like sitting here chatting with y'all, vibing to the music and shit, and shooting the shit, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna hop right back in.
Hit him with full force, like a fullback plus a pull guard. Talking all that bull, meet the
Walking with a dance walk.
Your mouth every time you talk, even if the hate is out. Earl to go, man of golf. I hit your doghouse with a cannonball. Dropping anvil on your Adderall. We crushing everything we touch.
I like that bar too. Dropping anvil on your
When they're mumbling out that door that you come in. That's how they go from saying something to saying nothing. Ring the bell, we head hunting. Death coming, motherfucker. I am here upstairs, baby. That's a given, but I handle my business. I'ma get it how I'm living. I don't need your help or your medical prescription. Step back and watch me work. They gon' love me after this one. I am greetings. Sorry to disturb you while you eating, but that plate looks good and I know looks can be deceiving. Enough to go around and I won't bite the hand that's feeding, but we starving in this bitch and that's a good enough reason. You can never match my energy. You are nowhere in my proximity. The guy knew I was different on delivery. Mama probably should've named me Timothy. Bitch, I'm a paranoid, sociopath, freemason, tannerite. Timothy McVeigh, I'm in Mennonites. I'm bad advice. That might not get through to you, but I think this hatchet might.
Honestly, I think this one might be better than the original, though. I think this beat just goes a little bit harder on this one. Like, they went a little bit more sick. I think I'm fucking with this one a little bit more. I'm gonna play this one back, I think, too.
The spotlight, I am a solar flare and a polar bear. Spade to the throat, sandbag him if he's so prepared. Don't know what's fair, I'm eye gouging and pulling hair. Draw a line off in the sand, my inner God, I'm going there. Speaking of death, give me a reason to step. I got thoughts of decapitate.
Peace out, Cymple, man. Appreciate you sliding through, man. Appreciate you bringing this good-ass music, man. And we'll chat soon, man, because I definitely want to, you know, have a little chat about the music in the interview and just y'all process on making music and shit, too. So hopefully that happens soon whenever y'all get a chance, man. But have a good rest of your day, dog. This album's fire, too.
Now I'm thinking ahead, so stick your neck out.
You know, I seen Vito so many times, I just accepted it.
Spine like my last 20, baby. These are hard times. I'ma need a distraction. Said greetings. Sorry to disturb you while you eating, but that plate looks good and I know looks can be deceiving. Enough to go around and I won't bite the hand that's feeding, but we starving in this bitch and that's a good enough reason. You can never match my energy. You are nowhere in my proximity. The time knew I was different on delivery. Mama probably should have made me Timothy. Bitch, I am him.
Hell to the no, dog.
No, dog.
Yeah, that was good. We already know how that one is, man. We already know how that one go. That's an easy read on that one. We get that one 9ers. We get that 9. It sounds a lot better when I'm doing it, when I'm not
Living with
learning,
opioid addiction can be a struggle.
I'm not learning how to figure out all my other shit. So I'm glad I heard that again. Man. Fire ass song, man. So far we got a 4 for 4. No, my fault. A 3 for 3. Yeah, Cymple Man gotta get more respect on the hip hop circuit though, especially because his hip hop knowledge is definitely up there, and his homage that he gives, he's definitely needs more respect. I'm glad I discovered him, dog, and I don't even know if I discovered him off of just rabbit hole. I don't remember how I got put on to Cymple Man. I think I just heard something. No, I know exactly what it was. I think when I heard a song that I don't think had anything to do with Cymple Man, I think he was like a feature on something with the Sticks. And I did the Sticks, but once again, like if your cadence or your flow or just your shit just stands out to me, I'm gonna point you out. And whenever that song was, I had to point him out, and I was like, "Who's he? Who's that?" And ever since then, I've been hooked on the Cymple Man, bro. I've been a fan. So yes, we got a 3 for 3. Out of we call this an EP or an album. I'm not sure if he calls this an EP or an album, but this one's short here, but a 9-tracker. We're going into "Do You Matter" for the next track.
Y'all can't spell shit, no way. Fuck it. Hey, Ricky Henderson, parking when I lead out.
Hold on, I think I got an earphone that died in this motherfucker. At least we're almost done for this part of it, and I can charge my joints up, and then maybe get some food and shit too. But here we go. Cymple Man, Underdog, "Do You Matter."
Road rage, I'm just letting a little steam off. I don't need no ice to look good, took my ring off. Who I look like, Vladimir Konstantinov? Talk to me like a drive-through menu. Woke up late, need a ride to the venue. Trying to get customer service over at Temu. They sent me an emu, I ordered a Sea-Doo. Yikes. Small things to a giant. Trust nobody cause they unreliant. These rats out in Beekman's world for the science. They 0 G, gravity defiant. Who they think they are, Buzz Lightyear? For them to get a buzz, it'll probably take a light year. Shit, I got a buzz off this light beer. Who said?
I thought he was gonna flip me with the Infinity and Beyond and that shit a little bit. I was predicting a bar. I was predicting
Hey,
it.
boy, I'm about to smoke right here. This ain't an episode of Law and Order. Holding all them grudges on me, y'all some hoarders. Trying to Uber disorder, y'all got Uber disorders. See what I did there? Scream.
You know what it is? I love that he also because I hear certain parts like with that. I feel like he sounded like Ludacris from how I heard it. And I forget what verse or what line it is where that felt ludicrous to me. But once again, you can hear his influences in his rhyming patterns and shit like that too, which I find dope. This is why I fuck with dude, because it's people that I fuck with. So if it's people that I fuck with and you sound like the people I fuck with and you make it sound good, I can only do one thing but fuck with you. Shout out Superman, dog.
Quarters. I'm fly like Danielson with the chopsticks, sipping on some Kettle One in the tropics. Flip my Crocs into sport mode right quick. If I ever feel it's going down like a drop kick. Just don't give me no problems. Texas instrument, I'm really gon' solve them. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves. And I'ma take my name to Felipe Gonzalez. Fat lady singing gets the opera done. Some of y'all got some ops with a lots of guns. Your girl keep coming home with lots of ones, dog. I don't think she really working at the Cinnabon. Disrespectful like a Blake.
I missed the Cinnabons. I have to travel all the way to like fucking Worcester and fucking in Brockton to go get Cinnabons. I know down south got them shits everywhere, and I'm jealous. I'm fucking jealous.
Gryffindor, that's that Gryffindor mid. This that Hufflepuff skunk. That 50 got a nose like something up against Trump. That's a corny ass bar. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bump. LOL, don't quit your day job. J-Lo used to get porked by A-Rod. Hook her with a neck brace. Go get you a break job. If you try
I used to get poked by A-Rod, I'm dead.
to rob, you hit the panic on your key fob. On those big jobs, you gon' have that. We get it out the dirt like a crab or a cactus. Y'all ain't make the team, we tryna act like it matters. Like dang, they could at least let y'all practice. Lil weenies go suck a zucchini. R.I.P. to Uncle Phil and Mr. Feeney. These rappers don't really own all them Lamborghinis. That's clickbait like Ice Spice in a bikini. I ain't going quietly like a funeral home. I'ma keep winning while y'all say I'm doing something wrong. I can't see the connection like a fuse is blown. Ho, I got Louis Vuitton clothes in that mobile home. Chip in, got the birdie from the trap. Lying by who they distributor, cap. I don't trust no mechanic telling me the facts unless he got that Billy Ray mullet curly in the back. Wordy when I rap like I'm filibustering. And I'ma keep going till I'm killed or something. I got no chill like gorilla scuffling. Where the zookeeper at? Really, woman? Put that Karen in the sharpshooter, trap around. I'm in the trap house and I got my trapper keeper out. You working after hours, really you just have to cloud. Stop and ask yourself one thing, do you matter now? Do you?
Alright, so that was another banger. That was another one. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for that one, for sure. He showed his rapping on that, and I like that. But once again, that's something that Cymple already does, is display his rapping prowess. So that's not by surprise. And another good beat. Another good way to ride the flow and fuck with the beat and shit. So it's a win. It's a win in my book, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a win in my book. And normally it's hard for me to like everything or something, but right now I've been liking everything, and that's crazy because I normally don't, which is funny as shit. I normally don't like everything, but the next one we got Sacrifice, a music video, which I can't wait to get into too, because we all know we like visuals here. You feel me? We like the motherfucking visuals here. That's all right, Elena. You know what I'm saying? We got you in here, dog. We got you in here. As long as you hear and you listen, we good. We good. How we looking? How we sounding? Do y'all hear me talking in the mic today? Do y'all enjoy my voice? Is it too high? Is it too low? Which one is it? Let me know.
If I could, I would. If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place, I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. 30. Anytime, any day, any place, I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself.
We gotta stop all the comparisons. inside these moments and learn to cherish them. See the value when we're sharing them. The blessing of life is life. Those ain't real problems keeping you up till midnight. Most of us are blessed far more than we acknowledge, but we basing wealth off whatever we can make in dollars.
Bro, Cymple might have to take this route on going into these type of songs right here, cause like his voice fits it, what he says in them matters and shit. Yeah, we got to pull it up. Yeah, don't pull up the CCs, cause sometimes I feel like my memory sucks sometimes, so I can't recite exactly what they say off the top.
Place I fall over myself, sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. 30. Anytime, any day, any place I fall over myself, sacrifice myself.
We gotta stop all the comparisons. Live inside these moments and learn to cherish them. See the value when we're sharing them. The blessing of life is life. Those ain't real problems keeping you up till midnight.
The blessing of life is life, dog, and like we need to just embrace the things that are around us. Cause what's crazy is that shit be on the phones. You know what I'm saying? We be distracted by the phones and shit like that. But it's crazy, dog.
The blessing of life is life. Those ain't real problems keeping you up till midnight. Most of us are blessed far more than we acknowledge, but we basing wealth off whatever we can make in dollars. Have you ever seen a community rally behind a little girl that the doctors only gave a little time? It's brutal, rips the heart from your chest, and everywhere the parents go, whenever they're addressed, people.
Damn, that shit's hitting me right here, man. Cause I done seen that in the stuff that I be doing, dog. Like I be seeing that all the time too. And there's nothing that hurts more than to see like a child not be able to enjoy like their life and shit. But it's also a joy to see that we cherish children so much that people will stand and, like you said, and rally behind them and shit like that too, just so they can have like a good time on this earth, bro. Like this is hitting me, dog. I didn't think I was about to get a little tight in the stomach, dog.
Community rally behind a little girl that most of us are blessed far more than we acknowledge, but we basing wealth off whatever we can make in dollars. Have you ever seen a community rally behind a little girl that the doctors only gave a little time? It's brutal, rips the heart from your chest, and everywhere the parents go, whenever they're addressed, people want to know her status and if it's in remission, but all they want to do is see her dancing in the kitchen on a Saturday night. And her
Talk that shit, man. Talk that type of shit, boy. Wow.
Pajamas with a carefree smile and restore that precious energy inside their child. I know dads gotta think, Lord, why us? All while preaching the importance of never giving up and having faith. Man, the strength that must take, and mama's gotta always be a happy face. I know they wish more than anything that this is all a dream, and maybe in time that's what it seems. But things couldn't get much tougher to endure. When no one is looking, they collapse into the floor. Behind closed doors, they're at their weakest points, begging to take her place if they only had the choice. Cause if I could, I would.
Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself, sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself, sacrifice myself.
Don't take for granted little things and simple conversations. The good times and the smiles that kept us motivated. A few lines my boy Juice wrote into his verse, and what turned out to be our last song on this earth. I think you taught us all a big lesson, big bro. It's all about.
Why does this always happen when I'm fucking drinking, dog? Why does this always fucking happen when I start fucking drinking? Why? God damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Even from like, maybe it's just me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe because I know this is a bad week for me. But
Don't take for granted little things and simple conversations. The good times and the smiles that kept.
dog, like, don't take for granted simple conversations and good times, dog. Like, shit. Not to get into my soapbox, but literally, like, that life can happen so fast, dog, where, like, you'll have simple conversations and, like, you don't cherish them because you're like, all right, like, it's going to happen. Like, I'll see you in 5 seconds or whatever. But shit can happen in, like, 5 seconds. And things change.
Kept us motivated. A few lines my boy Juice wrote into his verse, and what turned out to be our last song on this earth. I think you taught us all a big lesson, big bro. It's all about the journey, not the big shows. We try to stay tighter, try to keep in touch. We still ain't reached all the goals we thought we was, but we pushing. And we learning from the past. And every video they watch at the end, they hear your laugh. We miss you down here. I know Bredwin been hurting. Your songs echo that tomorrow's uncertain. And rest in peace, Tank and Chris. Thank y'all for showing up and believing in this. I wish I could say tomorrow that this would all make sense. But the fact of the matter is we all pay rent. We don't own a thing here, it all gets left behind. And eventually the memories are gone in time, sad but true. I'm just thankful that I have a few, while I'm here to make some sense out what we going through. Overdue, I wanted so long to be recognized, but nowadays I'm not even certain why. Cause music people are parasites, ain't nothing real in them. And I've been using some of my best years to deal with them.
Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would.
Nah, this shit was dope. I was just happy to be a part of everything, man. I was soaking up the scenery, man.
Yeah,
I like to get, no, real shit. I just like to just go up and just see the water type shit.
Yeah.
The sunset type shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, you soak that shit up. Me personally. So it was great for me.
Okay, well, why you just attacking me with that, JB? I feel a little worried about how you respond to that shit, right? Yeah, you get your hey, listen. Really like that way. Yeah.
What about you, Bredwin? Give me 5. Ooh. I needed a couple of seconds for that one, dog. I needed a couple of seconds for that one. And once again, every time I start, having a couple of sips or something, you know what I'm saying, and I run across those type of songs like that, man, them shits get me choked up like a motherfucking dog. Them shits get me choked up to get the tight stomach, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, man, this is shit, man. Cymple, stay away from these songs, bro. And I don't mean that being like for real, but like it's one of those like, if you gonna be in here tapping into me like that, bro, like fuck, dude. Not a lot of songs and a lot of situations get me thinking about shit like that, but music has one hell of a way of just like tying shit to you, dog. Like just those certain lines. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get too much into it because I'm definitely just gonna get choked up. This is just, it's the week of that type of shit too, where like if I'm talking about it, I'm definitely just gonna break down. So it's like, those last conversations, you know what I'm saying, and just being around people that you just seen, or like you you just never know when you're gonna have that last conversation with somebody. It's basically kind of like how I look at that. And so just hearing all that and obviously just listen to that song, like, you know, even Sacrifice, dog, like, you know, shit. I know I've been in that situation, like, firsthand, you know what I'm saying, where I was willing to just, you know, sacrifice myself for somebody I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck that, dog. I ain't about to get all into that, dog. I already feel myself getting shaky about it and shit, bro. But I fuck with that song. That's a 12, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely another 12. But, we gonna hop into the next song, Wu-Tang, dog. You know what I'm saying? But give me another couple of minutes, bro. Just give me another couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave y'all with something for a second. Man, Cymple, man, got me out here shaking this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Got me with the shakies right now, dog. That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy, dog. But that's how you know music is powerful and it has an effect on people. If you can tap into people's emotions like that, your music's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and trust me, anybody that knows or watches me know I don't really ever get like this on the computer. Like, and once again, we live, so like we going, you know, there's been times, but like I'm able to just walk away and just like deal with them. Like I can't just go walk away and hide and shit for like, you know, mad long. So like I'm just like, all right, let me just try to come back, reflect on it. You know what I'm saying? Give it what I need to give it, and then come back. But nah, man, that was a personal one for me, man. That was definitely a personal one. But while I give myself 5 minutes, a real 5 minutes, I thought I can just be like, all right, dog, like, wash my face and come back. But clearly I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm going to talk about it, and I don't really want to talk about it. But I feel like with that song, I wanted to tie it in, but I don't think I'm really willing to go that route, so to say. But damn, that was a good one, dog. For real, that was really a good one, dog. Cymple, man, that was a good one. Shit, man, I don't even know where to go right now, dog. I'm just trying. Y'all catching me in a real moment where I'm like, yo, my shit, like, you catching me flustered right now. That's really what I think it is. Like, I think y'all are catching me a little flustered right now, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I always, so, you know, it's funny how this week is going and how music plays into how this week's going and how, like, not a reveal, because I don't want to put it like that, but I was making a day to, like, do reactions, because I was like, this is going to be the day where I can kind of, like, escape from, like, all of that stuff. But damn, that's crazy, man. This motherfucker got me all emotional and shit, bro. I'm over here shaking up my voice and shit, man. Like, yo, I didn't think that was gonna happen that early, bro. But you know what's funny though is that once I start putting a couple of sips in too, like if I would have just not drank, I would be like, all right, like, you know, sad and shit, you know what I'm saying? But once you know, they say drinking brings out your true emotions and shit too. And it's not even like saying that because I'm drunk or like I'm blasted, but like it's just one of those like, oh shit, like, you know, you start thinking a little bit harder, you start thinking a little bit deeper and shit. You like, oh man, like, man, oh man. Well, you know, to shed some light on this moment while I say I need to give myself 5, we're taking a brief intermission, and I'm gonna play one of my earlier reactions from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that'll, you know, make you laugh, make you cringe, or whatever the case may be. But it's only just because I need to give myself 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give myself like 5, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll leave you guys with this for a second. You obviously we ain't gonna play the whole thing.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com
But clearly,
has something for everyone.
and I'm always big on like, I ain't about to be on this fucking computer screen crying and shit. Like people can do that, and that's not even a knock against people who do that, but that just won't be me, because I'm like, I could definitely just walk away, you know what I'm saying? I could just do whatever, and it's not like I'm about to go cry, but I just got to get my bearings back together a little bit. I got to get my bearings together after that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt that to the max. I really did feel that song, bro. I really did. So, you know, here's some early BITO, you know what I'm saying? Give me a minute.
What's up, folks? Your boy with the Kango hats and the cats is back, man. And I'm here to actually break down the Death of Some Shady album, man, and its concept. So I know a lot of people online and a lot of people just, been trying to let this album simmer a little bit because it's only been a week. We've been a week out from this album, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been bumping this joint every day, nonstop. Like, this is giving me the Eminem Show vibes and energy. I'm just really loving this album like a lot, man. So in today's episode, man, I'm not gonna waste too much time just, drooling over this album and everything and just loving it so much. But, I'm just gonna quickly hop in giving an overview of this album, man. But before I do that, man, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you take this ride with me, and hopefully you guys appreciate how I viewed the concept of this album, because I think it's actually a pretty accurate view of how this album was supposed to have gone. I know a lot of people were saying listening to it backwards and play it in reverse or whatever. It's like, I'm not really believing that because of just how things went. So getting into this, man, I would go in saying, if you're listening to this album, dog, like, you have to take an hour out of your day and listen to it straight through. Like, you can't just mindlessly listen to it. You can't just like tune yourself in and out if you're trying to understand the concept. Now, if you're just trying to listen to some M and, you just want to enjoy an album or a couple of records, and all right, that's a different approach to it. But if you're trying to actually understand the concept and do this, you have to do that. But this album, man, I feel like people weren't trying to do that, which is rather strange, because you're not going to get it if you don't do that, man. Also, I feel like the skits, they were a big part of this album. Like, without understanding or listening to the entire, because there were skits within the songs too. So without really listening to these skits to go into what's going on into the next track or just the overall piece of the album, you're going to miss it. So you have to kind of pay attention. It's definitely a sit back and relax and really listen to it, man. And this concept definitely left a lot of speculation and just a lot of, chatter about what the album possibly could have been, what it meant, and everything, which is great for the album, which is another reason on why the album's so great, in my opinion. Like, it's up there with one of like his greatest albums for sure. Also, I would say this is probably, of all M's albums, especially in recent time, like, he's had a lot of skippable tracks, and in this regard, I feel like this was probably like a
golly, I was fucking boring. It was fucking boring back then. But I love to just share those every now and then. Whether it's weird that YouTube was talking about I'm using somebody else's shit. I'm like, motherfucker, it's my shit. Like, I can't play my shit. They ain't even know music. It's my voice, me, old background and shit. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, I guess I can't play me on this bitch either. You know what I mean? I was getting those weird messages and shit. But all right, I got my bearings back a little bit. We ain't gonna talk about that song too much anymore. But just know that the song was really good. You know what I mean? The song was really good. Elena, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like, listen, I commend people that can do that in front of the screen. But I'm in that whole like, you ain't about to combat that shit against me neither. You ain't about to have me crying on this motherfucker. Then if things go how it go, and certain shit happen, then you just clipping me crying and shit on the shit and take it out of context because I just, I'm playing internet games, dog. Not everybody like you. Somebody gonna take that bitch and be like, yeah, look at this bitch ass nigga crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that I care, but I ain't give you the easy out though. I ain't gonna listen. In a world where motherfuckers already are designed to not like you, I'm not gonna make it easier for motherfuckers to use something against me either. I think that's really what it is too, especially with this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Internet games do get played and people do get weird on the internet for like cloudy, chasey shit. And that's not to say that, I'm on that status or anything of that matter. Like, that's just saying that I recognize, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird that this live is telling me that I'm using audio stream from someone else, but it's me. It's literally me. But yeah, we're gonna hop into this next track. Not Sacrifice, because I'm not crying again. But we're gonna go into Wu-Tang. As we go into Wu-Tang, this is crazy. Wu-Tang. Let's see if these fucking headphones is working again because they died on niggas.
You don't understand. I could have had
Alright,
class.
we in it right now. Wu-Tang, y'all.
I could have
Wu-Tang.
been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum.
Spread across the countryside like the labors of the impoverished. It's a work in progress. Knowledge will never be that obvious. Hence the door locks on the Library of Congress. No accomplice to witness and testify later. Don't address my hiatus. Not all of us can be the rhyme sayers. This change creates phases. Don't shorthand paraphrase it. Amazing. Pour the champagne bins up. You gon' mess around and get you and your man stuck. The High Chancellor here to facilitate miraculous events.
Could be my one earphone, but this guy sounds like somebody from like Cypress Hill a little bit too. He's giving me Cypress Hill cadences.
Nights through the Dracula tents. No promises were made. Shorty step on by. You just a six like a red zone dive. She said I gave her Jay Lorenzo vibes. I told her guy don't like ugly. Better keep that evil locked inside. Yo, word up, son. Give me a reason and I'ma bust one. End of discussion. Don't trust none. Give me the bag. I react and run it up some. If the shit melting too fast, it's a dumb honey dip. She just worried about the cost of it. They got informants in the creek on some Dawson shit. White boys say chef, you the awesomest. They impressed like the keys of an organist. Close your lips. All the wolves is howling, stay close. Shaolin with the ghosts and they know. Supreme beings known to make entire worlds collapse. I suggest you learn to watch your back while we hunt. Twang, boom, twang, boom. Better learn to watch your back while we hunt. Twang, boom, twang, boom, twang.
Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you new, you know what I'm saying? If you lurking or sliding through, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, throw some hearts in this bitch. Let's get right.
It's Mr. Oh my Lord. Never will I ever let him hold my sword. Wu-Twang.
Oh, he's rapping like ODB a little bit on here. Ooh, no, ooh, la, 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 ha, ha.
Twang, twang, twang. It's Mr. Oh my Lord. Never will I ever let him hold my sword. Wu-Twang, who get this combat force? Who dares to bring the scary ass to my door? Mr. Simple Man, 1-2. No ends in Mikasa, word to Sun Tzu. Kicking kung fu since days are under rules. But now, pal, we never lose. Mom's the word, come the nerd. If this girl squealed, then we humble her. Sheep, eye, and lung is the one preferred. Since Philly Titans and them bottles of that Thunderbird.
I like how he went back to that old gritty. Like, this beat even gives me a Mortal Technique Dance with the Devil songs ish a little bit too. It gives me all those vibes as well too. Listening to this, hence the name Wu-Tang, and they from that era where you had these type of beats and these type of flows. So once again, another homage flow, another homage song from my guy Cymple Man, straight up.
I keep it raw like sashimi, and a rag gon' come up missing in the Brooklyn Zoo. And when I get out, I'm looking for you. All the wolves is howling, stay close. Shaolin with the ghosts and they know. Supreme beings know they make entire worlds collapse. I suggest you learn to watch your back while we hunt. Twang, 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 twang. It's your mama and your ass and your baby mama. Twang, twang, I'm looking for you. And I'm looking for you.
That's straight ODB all up in that shit. Look at me. Ooh, ooh.
I'm looking for you, bitch.
Yep, he's straight all into the Wu-Tang ODB influence, dog. I'm glad I called that out a little bit ago too, and it's funny because I think early on when I was reacting to Cymple Man, he had mentioned He had called me out for a comment, and not called me out in a bad way, but he had mentioned a comment that I had made about him with the Wu-Tang and all that shit too. And it was funny that he was like, "Yo, wait till you see what I got coming." And that might have been right before he dropped his album. And if this is the song, tag Cymple Man at whatever this timestamp is on this at 3 hours and 47 seconds, and let him know, or let me know, whatever the case is. I need to know if this is what he was talking about when it came to this. That was dope. That was dope. I caught it, bro. I caught it. I caught it like a fastball, dog. But also, I'm gonna give that song an 8. I'm gonna give that song a solid 8 right there. That's 8 couches for sure. I just like the beat. It gave me, once again, a nostalgic feel to the old Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny that as much as I know about Wu-Tang and I bang with Wu-Tang and shit like that, I didn't really like go to listen to Wu-Tang too much. Like I had my guys out of Wu-Tang. Well, I don't know why I'm going here today with Wu-Tang, but I had my guys out of Wu-Tang that I banged with. But I think that they were also, you know what I'm saying, around that time they were a little before my time, but in the same time when I started getting the rhymes, but also there was just so many of them motherfuckers. I'm just like, who's who? And like back then I like solo artists, you know what I'm saying? So if you was a solo artist, I really knew what you was on and what you was about. I just couldn't. It was really because I couldn't keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it was, especially my younger days. I just couldn't keep up with them like that. But that's really what I give on that. We on to the next song. We gonna see. And we are almost concluding this album, full album reaction here, man. This is gonna be one here. Then I'm gonna take a break. And if I got time, I'll come back and do some other shit. But I know that I'm hopping on with GOAT at 6. So I need a little bit of wiggle room and some time so I can go eat some food and shit like that. So we'll see where we're at timestamp wise. But once this does end, I will end the live. And then I'll reopen another live and move from there. But let's get it. Nah, same here, Hazel. Like I can't say that, you know, and it's funny that I'm a hip hop channel and I be on my hip hop like, you know, my hip hop history shit. But it's like I've acknowledged them. It's just not, they weren't particularly for me growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I've always listened to certain things, knew about the main shits. That was like Wu-Tang was, I knew all of the main shit with them. But when you was to talk deep cuts or certain shit like that, it just wasn't not my cup of tea. It's just at that time when I'm fucking 8 to 12, I just wasn't really into them like that. As like, and like even the people I grew up around and was around like that, they wasn't Wu-Tang fans like that. I think Wu-Tang was a little bit older generation for me. I think anybody that was like 6, 7, 8 years older than me, 5, or let's say this, like 5 to 10 years older than me, I think that was more their era and their generation of shit with the Wu-Tang. And then after that, because honestly, growing up, like people knew Wu-Tang for the shirts and the aesthetics and all that shit like that, but nobody was riding around bumping Wu-Tang and everything like that. So that's kind of where I come from with that. But I still fuck with Wu-Tang. I know that they're a respectable, legendary group. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know everything about Wu-Tang. I know about the main members. But we're gonna get into We Gonna See.
Hello, hatred. You were the voice inside of my mind that says I won't make it. Like making it is really a thing. I just have to step up and take it. I've let you convince me that I'm useless and I'll never.
He's more current with the flow here. This is more how the new boys rap these days. He's rapping like that right now. I see that. I don't know why I just hit that button.
End up on a playlist somewhere along the way. This became way more than just entertainment. So strange how my network is my network. Can't sleep and my phone screen till my head hurts.
Remember, if you wanna eat off this music, hold this timeline gets fed first, and you won't get the hits like a quarterback in a red shirt.
Damn, guess you got me there, and it might not be fair. Fully prepared, pulling my hair, begging for strangers to watch and share.
That away, dude. Just let Instagram manipulate you. You gon' break through, and promotion is the only way to.
God, I hate you.
Yeah, and this song also giving me My Darling vibes too, where he has the conversation with the devil. Maybe hold on.
It's like a quarterback in a red shirt.
Damn. Somewhere along the way, this became way more than just entertainment. So strange how my network is my network. Can't sleep and my phone screen till my head hurts.
Remember, if you wanna eat off this music, hold this timeline gets fed first, and you won't get the hits like a quarterback in a red shirt.
Ooh, damn. Guess you got me there, and it might not be fair. Fully prepared, pulling my hair, begging for strangers to watch and share.
That away, dude. Just let Instagram manipulate you. You gon' break through and
I love the devilish, the country devilish voice right now too, because it's like I know what he's doing, but I can't unhear the accent in the country voice, which makes it that much better. But I just love to hear that, and it's just like, oh yeah, we got the country devil right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ocean is the only way to.
God, I hate you. I wish that you were really here and I could suffocate you. I'm tired of comparing all these numbers, motherfuck what they do. I'm so exhausted, there's just gotta be another way to make the needle move. Maybe DJs I could pay to.
Pay to what, bitch? Spin that bullshit. One time in one club, idiot, what's that gon' get? You should be thankful how the game's wrong. Shit, you used to have to do all this on your own. Don't you remember?
Yeah, kid, exactly. It was fun when I was young and now it's getting maddening.
Incoming pity party, man, I should have been established. With all this hidden talent, Cymple should be triple platinum. Pop that nipple and cry, baby, someone get a nap.
How about I quit rapping?
Sure.
Then you don't exist. Then there's no disappointment in the goals that I don't get.
All these years, all these songs adding up to mean nothing. Wait, you a poker player, right? I know you bluffing.
Maybe not.
ooh, yo, this song's fire too, dog. This song's another 12, dog. This song's fire, dog. Cause I like that battle between his conscience and or the devil or whatever in himself. I like this. I like this story right here.
I'm drinking more than I should and getting crazy thoughts. I've been on the road for months. Look how big my baby's got. Feel like if I ever stop making music, then I'm doing nothing. Daddy's screwing up, plus I'm the rudest husband.
Ooh, you bustin'. If you quit, then you a quitter. That ain't really depression. You just sad because you bitter. Take some pills and medicine.
No, that don't make nothing clearer. I hate the man I see when I'm looking at the mirror.
Then change your image. Reinvent yourself today. They gon' say you did some slim shady shit anyway.
I don't care anymore.
That's dope. I love it that you said that because I'm like, this is definitely some like shady ad. This is a relapse version right here. This is relapse. This is Simple Man's version of My Darling.
See when I'm looking at the mirror.
Then change your image. Reinvent yourself today. They gon' say you did some slim shady shit anyway.
I don't care anymore. I can only be me.
You gon' fail your whole life.
Bitch, we gon' see.
You know, I always say this shit too, man. It takes longer for the real and authentic folks to prevail in a world full of plastic folks. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes time for the plastic to melt. You know what I'm saying? But if you stay true to your character and you stay real to what you stand on and like you stay in your square, all those things are gonna come to you. I don't know how long Simple Man's been grinding and what the struggles that he's been through in and out, but to see that he's like, I'm staying in my character, and at least the different variations that I've seen of him, he's been him. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a lot of people that you see through time that come up and they rebrand or re-image themselves to fit the mold or to get out there. You just selling out at that point, and then most of the time, those people are never really happy or satisfied with themselves. Like, yeah, they got the fame, they got the money, they got the notoriety, they got all those things that in short time it matters, but in the long term, your star player is no longer intact because you're living every day to be somebody that you're not, or living every day to satisfy the mass appeal in the image that the mass appeal has of you. You know what I'm saying? So I like this. So this is another 12, to be honest with you. Like, this is another really good song. I like the My Darling-esque approach to it too. You know what I mean? I think that was very essential into this song. And it tells you his struggle as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could easily go and do all the other shit that he just mentioned towards the end of this song. But he's like, nah, I'm going to be me and I'm going to be myself and I'm going to come up and rise above this as it is. You know what I'm saying? And he's staying true to his character. 12 piece for the song, bro. 12 piece. I like this, bro. We going to move on to the next one as well, too. Simple Man got talent, dog. That's all I'm going to say. Simple Man definitely got some talent. Now, we're at the penultimate of Settle Down. And if I must say, we're at the 7 for 7 right now, too. Like, he definitely hasn't missed. This is a no-skip type of album here as well, too. Which is funny because I feel like, how do you go from something that's no skip and then when you get into it, you start having skips? Maybe it's because you go, and this has nothing to do with Superman, obviously, but maybe it's because once you get to that part, you start trying to expand and reach for certain audiences or certain ears and shit like that. So then that's when the misses start happening. But when you're in the midst of like the come up like this, it's hard to miss. It's really hard to miss, I can see. Or if you stay true and authentic to your character, it's hard to miss. Once you start branching left, I feel like that's when you start getting the misses and shit. And I think that's what a lot of main artists suffer. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to appease the majority. They try to keep up. You know what I mean? They try to make sure they're getting these new deals and everything else. There's a lot more pressure to that. So I can see why it happens like that, but shit, you know, it always, you know, the overall question that a lot of artists inside or outside ask is independent or label. It all depends, right? I kind of can't wait to ask them this question too. I mean, I pretty much assume what their answer is, but you never know. Some people that are independent like to go major labels too. It's just that sometimes those opportunities will present themselves or the things just ain't adding up. So you never really know. So that's going to definitely be a question I'm going to have when I pod with, you know, the likes of Cymple Man, Hard Target, and other people that I'm hopefully able to get in contact with and just chat this music shit about, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what I want to do. I like to talk about the process of the music. I like just having a conversation too. As you see, like, I engage with y'all. I go in and out because I just like the conversation and the dialogue of hip-hop, even if we don't agree on certain sentiments, or if I'm learning something new from y'all, if I pointed something that y'all might have not have peeped or might have not known about as well. It's all about sharing the knowledge, so to say, because I think as well in hip-hop or in these spaces with hip-hop, there's not enough knowledge shared. Like, yeah, you can react and talk to music and everything else too, but I think if you share bits and pieces of your knowledge of just what hip-hop is in general or to you, I think it opens up a whole different conversation. It opens up people's minds a little bit to go beyond. Like, in my channel here, like, I've learned that a lot of people refer to me to certain artists, and then they're like, I just started listening to hip-hop with this guy, or I didn't really like rap until this guy and stuff. So it means there's a whole 50 years of history and things that are missed in between to have, like, these conversations. So that's kind of why I'm here as well, too, because I've noticed that throughout my comments, like, especially when I discover newer artists that I've never heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it goes back to, too. Like, it's artists that I've never heard of, and when I get put on, people are like, this guy's the GOAT, which, once again, everybody has a right to their own opinion on who's the GOAT and who's great and how they are. But I always feel like with certain shit, I'm like, slow the roll a little bit, dog. Because I'm like, yeah, you might have got put on to rap with this person, but that same person that you're saying is the GOAT or is GOATed is probably has other rappers that have put longevity into this as the GOAT. And to understand that, you have to go listen to those people. So it's like, never try to subject yourself to, like, listening to one particular artist and thinking that, like, they're the end all be all, or they're the rulers or whatever the case may be. I think it's okay to be a fan, but to educate yourself, especially if you're liking rap music, I think it's best to educate yourself. Like, even with this hip hop conversations, like, you see how it goes in the narrative now. And I know I'm kind of long winded with this explanation, but the art of, or the knowledge of 80s rappers, 70s rappers, like the knowledge of the dudes that pioneered our favorite rappers, they get disrespected or there's no knowledge on it because I think people are in the now with it, but they don't like to go back to yesteryear. Like, when I got into hip-hop, like, when I really got into rap and hip-hop, like, yeah, Eminem, Onyx, DMX, Master P, Diggable Planets, like, there was a lot of those artists that got me into rap, but I always was the type that would go back. So that's what got me into, like, the Rakims, the Big Daddy Kanes, the NWAs, the Ice Cubes. Like, that's what got me into, like, you know, storytelling rap from Slick Rick. Like, I'm the type that always loved old school rap. Like, kids will tell you, people that knew me from back in the day will tell you, like, I was always the motherfucker that would rock what we know now was old school shit. But when the new shit was out then, like, I still bumped the early 90s, old, like, you know what I'm saying, all the old shit. And then I dabble into the new shit, but I always liked the history of knowing where this shit came from and who pioneered what as I grew with hip-hop. And I think a lot of fans in hip-hop now lost that base, you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I'm here too, is to kind of bring that back a little bit. I know I don't really react to much old school or whatever, but when I have these little monologues or these conversations, I like to mention it. And that's kind of what my theme has always been throughout. Whether people get to it or listen to it or acknowledge it, I don't know. But it's helped the channel grow, so clearly some people listen and some people listen to music, shut the fuck up, fast forward. But that's whatever, though. That's not something I'm trying to force on anybody or anything like that. But if you're here for it, that's why I do it. But with that being said, we gonna hop into Settle Down, the next song here, penultimate song. 420. 420 here.
Small town he ain't never been to, on the road to a new location. He gets tired of driving, stops in for a quick bite and ice cold libation. Now he's arguing with the waitress though, and she's asking him to be patient. But he calls her names and the vibes all change, and now we got a situation. 3 guys from the bar slowly approach, and he flips his pocket knife open. Now will be a good time for a real deep breath and an apology, or you can bet it's going down.
Been in that situation before.
Settle back down. Please don't start no bullshit. This side of town, I think you need to settle.
This is that real country bag right here. This is that real country bag here.
Settle back down. This that kind of place where you won't be found. Settle back down. Settle back down. Settle back down, little darling. Settle back down.
My fault to pause on this real quick, but I'm just in the chat. But nah, Hazel Marie, you're definitely right. That's what makes them different. They are real to themselves and everyone else. And what sucks is that anytime someone new comes into enjoying rap, they are criticized for not knowing everything right off the bat. Nah, that's a fact, man. But, you know, the internet's not a real place, so you got to ignore when people kind of will criticize you for not knowing everything. Like, even, for example, like, and I'm glad I rock with them now because I think I was doing something and I had called out, for example, 2 Girls, 1 Pod, right? And they were reacting because I think I was watching Dada's shit, and they was reacting to, I believe, Goatworthy shit, which I think he rapped on the Renegade beat, and the girls didn't know the beat. And they're having a hip-hop conversation. Now, I could be like, how the fuck they don't know about this? But nah, you know, you can make a lighthearted joke. It's like, because once again, you ain't supposed to know everything. Like, I think if you knew everything, you know what I'm saying, like, you wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be online talking about this shit or whatever. If you did, you know what I'm saying, your following would be through the roof because you literally knew everything. Like, I feel like you learn along the way. There's certain things that you also gonna miss because nobody who does this in this space listened to every single hip-hop artist that came out and rocked with every sort of hip-hop artist or even has the knowledge of every sort of thing that happened to hip. Like, nobody. If they are on here doing that, they're lying. You know what I'm saying? That means they must have a window opened up somewhere or whatever, but like, they don't have all the answers. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're fucking 70 years old and like you've been around it from the beginning. But there's going to be shit that you're either going to learn along the way, shit you're going to miss. Some things you're misinformed about. Sometimes you're miseducated about. But either way, nobody got all the answers. But it's the knowledge that you share that helps this whole thing going on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to rap. Because once again, I noticed that there's a lot of new rap fans that come to my channel. But they're rap fans of set artists like a Harry Mack or like a, you know, I don't want to put this as like a disrespect or a down on what they do, but like, you know, the internet sensations and independent rappers, so to say, you know what I'm saying, the rappers that you don't hear in the mainstream or the rappers that, you know, have been influenced by others and didn't make it into the game because the game and independence is 2 different things. But when you get put onto them, but you didn't listen to rap artists that pioneered the way, it's kind of hard to like, it's hard to not criticize those people because then they come in with this criticism as if you don't know hip hop, but they only know this one person. Like shit, for example, I seen somebody talk about they was getting information off of Reddit on these group of guys that freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put freestyle on it because like once again, I do understand how the shows work and I do understand the shit that goes on in the background. So I get when people say that they're not off the top, but you might as well say that about set guy like a Harry Mack who runs into the same places that these guys go, and you might as well say that's scripted too, because that's the setting, is that they're in these situations where it seems scripted. So you might as well say when Harry Mack goes there, those are scripted, and when he's at his crib on a computer, those are not. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got to separate. But then once again, I even say this, I'm like, well, prove to me that they're, 1, that they're written, 2, that is scripted, 3, like just prove it to me, because I've given multiple examples where I could separate what a freestyle is versus like what a written freestyle is. Like I'm like, hey, like if it's in a song or if it's in like that and they come to the booth and freestyle, like yes, that's not a freestyle. But if you've never heard it anywhere else, how are you gonna determine if it's a freestyle, if it's written? Like how can you really determine it is what I get. So once people hit me with, well, people on Reddit did this, that, and the third, I know the conversation's over after that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Reddit. You're pulling your information from Reddit, which isn't, yeah, it's a source, but it isn't your own acknowledgement. It isn't your own like watching an observation. Because then I'd be like, well, what about the fact that you might be able to improvise? Because I'll break it down with you in the comments. I might not break it down fully in the videos, but I'll break it down and have a conversation with you in the comments. Because I'm like, I understand. But then you hit me with Reddit, I can't have that conversation with you no more. Because then you get your sources from a whole different place that isn't your own. You're getting opinions from elsewhere. It's not your own opinion. But my bad. I fucked that up in this whole song again, dog. I'm playing it back a little bit.
Settle back down. This that kind of place where you won't be found. Settle back down. Settle back down. Settle back down, little darling. Settle back down. Ain't nobody gonna hear you hollering. He got a new thing 45 minutes out and she talking right. Now he understands who runs that down there, but it'll be fine if he go at night. They meet up and things are going great, but so far he ain't been too flashy. Then that liquor start kicking in and he's thinking if they want anything, I'll smash them. Now he's stacking signs, talking drunk, proud and loud, calls them punks. When they leave, they all in front. All that shit talk, about to get walked down. Settle back down. Please don't start no bullshit. This side of town, I think you need to settle back down. This that kind of place where you won't be found. Settle back down. Settle back down. Settle back down, little darling. Settle back down. Ain't nobody gonna hear you hollering. Pick your pleasure, pick your poison, pick your words, pick your choices. What you put in motion comes back round to you like it owes you one. Nobody's bigger than karma.
We got more jump bars.
Don't always win, it's the one who gains the upper hand. Be sure before you take a stand, you got at least a little plan. Before you catch some hands, can't stand, and then they all yelling, man down. Settle back down. Please don't start no bullshit. This side of town, I think you need to settle back down. This that kind of place where you won't be found. Settle back down. Settle back down. Settle back down, little darling. Settle back down. Ain't nobody gonna hear you hollering.
That's funny as shit. Yo, my man Gold's out here doing his thing. My fault. I'm gonna let this end. So that song was dope, but I will say that's one of my not least
right now.
favorites.
Lease the new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $305
I'll just
a
put it
month.
like this: like that's one of those songs not for me, just because of just the overall. I think it's the beat for me, and that was it was just a little different. It was a little different, just wasn't for me. But I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7. But that's probably out of 8 tracks, maybe 9. That's probably one of the only ones that I probably wouldn't like. I'd have to be in a mood to listen to that. But I liked what he had. Like once again, he got gem bars in it. But I think it's too much country for me. I think that was just too much country for me. But that's fine though. You know what I'm saying? Like not everything is supposed to be for everybody. And once again, he's still dropping gems, still dropping jewels. It's still keeping to Cymple Man's flow and pattern. But I think at the end of the day, I think that one may not be for me. But I mean, shit, 8 tracks down, and that's the one where I'm like, that's whatever. But like, I still like it. That says a lot right there as well too. So we got a 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8 right now. 7 out of 8, and that's not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's gonna be perfect, and not everything's gonna hit. But the last track, because that's how you know. Like once again, it's still a high score because we already know what high Ryan. So let me know what y'all think in the chat too about how y'all feel about the album. How y'all feel about the albums that have been listening to right now so far. And while I was here, I'm only laughing because I went to go Google just Goatworthy, and like my man's all up in the Google searches right now. Like he's making a big wave in this game right now. Because I think last time I tried to find something or whatever, like it wasn't popped up like this. The Google searches weren't like this. So you know, everybody go shout out Goat. I mean, I think we kind of had the same subs at this point because Goat definitely sent some subs over my way, and then you know I obviously built my own sub count as well too. But obviously, like a lot of people have definitely came over from Goat, just you know, paying homage, showing respect, whatever you want to call it, and just every time I pop in the chat, he's like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? So, Goat's one of the only people that I've actually been in outside of Kool-Aid, because me and Kool-Aid actually chop it up now too. But before Kool-Aid and before Vibes, and like me and Vibes is more or less through the comments and stuff like that. But Goat was really the only person when I started this journey that like I was really reaching out and in contact with, because once again he felt like he gave me relatable brother vibes You know what I'm saying? He looked like somebody who was in the beginning that didn't feel too big to be like, I'm not going to respond. But you know how some people be. But even with where he was at, he still, you know, acknowledged me and addressed me with just respect. And then we chopped up on the phone. Like, Gold's actually the only person I've actually chopped it up with, I think, on the phone, face to face, like before anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was asking about the thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? I was just asking questions because he felt like somebody that was in reach where I can ask those questions and not feel like I was annoying. And he made me feel comfortable to have those conversations. Because, you know, sometimes you be like, I don't know, I don't want to overdo what I'm doing or overstep a boundary here and shit like that, or feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to impede on what he's trying to do or copy him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people, once again, it's a competitive atmosphere with this. As much as there's so much internet and billions of people out there, this is a competitive atmosphere, and people aren't going to be quick to want to, like, put you on or chat with you, whatever the case may be. And I understand that. That's why, like, to be honest with you, I ain't really reach out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody who I've had dealing with has been thankful for the mods, you know what I'm saying, and thankful for, like, you know, whoever's been in their comments and just being like, oh, check out BITO. Like, so once again, I always appreciate the community. You know what I'm saying? The community has done the groundwork on putting people together and mingling, and at the end of the day, it's also, it was also just one of those, if you rock with me, you do, and if you don't, that's fine. We might rock later. But I'm also, when I got into this, I knew that I ain't gonna be for everybody, and everything that I say or do ain't gonna be for everybody. But I think as long as I always stuck to being who I was and staying true to who I am and staying on my square, I will attract all the right people that I need to attract. Now, it may be slower than the next man, but I'm also not comparing or competing with the next man in that regard, because time is time. And as long as I'm putting in the work, that's all that matters to me. As long as I'm putting in the work and I know I'm staying true to me, I think that's what always will make me feel very comfortable with doing what I'm doing and being in this space that I'm being in. Because trust me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could easily pander and cater to shit and, you know, fake it. But I ain't a fake nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a fake nigga about shit, and I can't just fake the funk for no fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? Every time you get this is who I am, Rob or Bito. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bito is not even a name that I gave myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how like, and I went way back to this, but that's even how authentic that I make it. Like, that name Bito, I ain't even give myself that name, B. I ain't give myself that name. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, that was a name that was given to me. So I think everything is earned and not given, if that makes sense, right? You know what I mean? So it goes back to, I just try to be me. You know, at the end of the day. Now, I could be one thing one day, one thing the next, but that's all about my personality. It's not that I'm a schizo. We're not saying that at all. But it's just, once again, I try to just stay true to me, man. I don't hop on this camera, bro, and put on a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that could seem a little charactery, if we're being honest, is that I wear my fucking glasses in my house. But anybody that knows me in real life, they know I be rocking shades outside. I rock shades all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shades has been my thing for a minute, so it's not even like a thing. So that's why I love when I see the comments being like, why do you wear your shades in the house? Like, you're inside. I'm like, bro, because it's me. Like, I like wearing my fucking shades. Like, that's what adds a different thing to the shit. And sometimes I throw off the shades and I wear these fucking glasses. And sometimes I wear no glasses at all. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends on my mood. But if I'm doing this, sometimes I'm like, I like to just feel cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. Like, yes, I am trying to feel cool, because shades make you feel cool. I mean, I'm cool regardless. I'm a cool nigga either way. But the shades make you feel a little bit cool out this motherfucker. But that's my monologue in between this, man. We going into the final song of Cymple Man's album, Underdog, which great title for the album. You know what I mean? Because I definitely view him myself as an underdog. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are sleeping on him and shit. So this is a perfect title and a perfect end to this right here. Which I love that he ended on a diss track, but I wish he would have gave me one more. Give me an even 10. You know what I'm saying? Give me the even 10 for one. And then also, you know what I mean? Shit, just give me one more. That's real. I'm greedy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hate when shit be short. That's just me. You know, as a hip-hop fan and somebody who likes to listen to motherfuckers, when shit be short, I'd be like, fuck. But let's get into Cymple Man High Ryan, which I think also was one of my earlier introductions into Cymple Man.
Listen to this.
Was the High Ryan Upchurch diss, which also great play on the High Ryan, because even when I first, I think, watched it, I didn't catch that, you know, until I'm on Magic Mountain. Like, I didn't even catch that he was doubling off of, because motherfucker be high apparently or whatever. And also just high. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't peep that until I think I peeped the cover or something like that. So here we go, man. Hi, Ryan. We hopping right in. This is the final song here, man, before we take our little brief intermission.
Half of the term country rap is the word rap, right? We ain't forget that, right? So if you're the king and you just better than everybody, well, you gonna have to show me. Hi, Ryan. I've been quiet about you a really long time, Ryan. We all sat back, reclined, and let you shine, Ryan. But in that
I love when you got your crew just chilling like that too, because it's go time. When you just got your set just chilling in the back, or crew, whatever you want to say. No crews only sets, whichever one you want. You know what I'm saying? When they just that's when you know it's a real diss track right now. It's isolated right now.
Ego started working on your mind, Ryan, and drugs of all kinds, Ryan. Now you done fucked around and stepped across the line, Ryan. No more lying, Ryan. Trailer May been begging me for years to show your lame ass how to rhyme, Ryan. I'm sure you can destroy me without even trying, Ryan. You're so fire, Ryan. Before the haters say this ain't your beefs, I've been biting my tongue with a shade throwing geek for weeks. Me and Murph did a song with some real ATL rap legends. Soon as it drops, here you come with all your dumbass shenanigans. Doing IG stories about the girls shaking ass. It don't belong in country rap. It was a yin-yang track, you dumb fuck. Then surprise guys, church threw a new song up to try to steer as much traffic as you could from us. I ain't even the one that saw.
That's what I think every time that's when I started peeping the manner, because you can tell he even watches battle rap probably too, because he has that shit where he's animated with his hands and he talks with his hands, he talks with his face, and then he puts emphasis on his bars. Like, this is what made me appreciate it. For me, as a hip hop head, or I like to claim to be, whatever you want to call it, I get more into you when I know your pen is tested. Now, granted, Upchurch isn't like, you know, a rapping titan. But if you can still produce and conduct a good diss track, I'm going to acknowledge that and put my ear to you. Now, granted, he didn't reply back, but he still went off on this shit. Now, I think Hard Talk not really for the diss stuff, but I don't think I got to ask Cymple Man if he's down for the battle raps and stuff like that, which is, once again, that's going to be a question I got lined up in the tuck. But he looks like he's really about that. I know Hard Talk, I believe, is just like, yo, I like making music, and like that shit's easy to him, which obviously it comes off that way because you see what he did. It was real easy. But I don't think that's something that he necessarily likes to do from when we talked on Two Girls, One Pod. Once again, shout out Two Girls, One Pod. But I need to ask Cymple Man that question too. I want to know if does he like this type of shit? You know what I'm saying?
Go ask Vic Excel. You scared of competition, pussy boy. We know that smell. But I'm sure you're gonna say this is all in my imagination. You never heard of me. The whole me's a situation. Truth of the matter, you ain't gotta know my fucking name. Just listen when they talk about any real rappers in this lane. You ain't the king of shit, and you ain't nothing to me. The only thing you ever pioneered is how to sing off key.
I'm on a magic mountain.
What are you, 3? You and them nerd friends you keep should just leap right off his Pete Creek squad. Y'all see this a motherfucking snitch that y'all backing? Cause if this how y'all judge rapping, maybe just stick to kayaking. This motherfucker is a geeker, cussing at his phone, trying to compare himself to Elvis and statues.
Calling him a geeker is wild.
Ancient Rome, I may never sell the records you have in a billion years, but I got some you'll never have. Respect to my people. You called Adam all these names on the gram, acting hard that he recorded for 2 weeks straight inside your fucking backyard without a peep. Talking about how you roll so deep, you lock blocks down, security on every single street. That's how cowards move. What you got, some form of paranoia? Acting like Jelly was plotting on you when he was out here riding for you. Sneak recording conversations with your friends in the basement. Oh wait, I get it, he must think he's a Creek Grit agent. Just Trey stepping in like a co-defendant. Dear Upchurch, you think it's gonna snow this Christmas? I love the snow skin, especially cause it's the color white. Talk to you later, here's my number. Call me if you'd like. Y'all ain't good rappers just cause y'all cuss and yell. Holler at your holler boy. Y'all dumb as hell. Trying to discredit Shaka. Got them trolls going stupid. What's wreck? Rednecks hating everyone on computers or researching homicides that Edward created. Retard has no evidence in a court of law, maybe. You always talking about how great you are. Show and prove. And ostracizing Chatty Bobby, that was a whole ass move. I was in North Carolina. That shit ain't go like you said. You ain't do sound check. You went and bought a Harley instead. They got up sounding like shit, blaming it all on the band. Had them cut the lights down and you hid your face in your hands. Charging fans $60 for a fucking t-shirt. You ain't no people's champ, nothing, motherfucker. We work. I remember that Tennessee show where we first met Murph.
Motherfucker, why?
See, that's the difference. It's all about this image y'all creating. That's what keeps them separated from the people that ain't faking. So internet folks, if you want to get close to Upchurch, just kiss his ass and tag his channel till the fucking shit works. Just go ask Industry Exposed. Oh, Beast Boy knows. Next week he's going live sucking Upchurch toes. Tell him all I'm cloud chasing. Watch my captures. Indirectly promote me to stay on Ryan's good side. Church of whiny victim, personal prison, hermit living, nerve twitching, flipping through his search engines, fishing for historical symbolism. Tweaker, quit staying up late, clean out your system, put them pills down before you legitimately become a victim. So when you saying country rappers suck and bragging how you kill them, sorry church, I live long enough to see myself become the villain. Prove it.
I think he needed a better, not a better outro, but he needed another track to outro that one though. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's a cliffhanger outro. That's really why I ranked that. That's a cliffhanger outro because I feel like that wasn't the way to end it, but I get how to end it. But I think he needed one more track in there just to kind of seal the deal and tie it all together for sure. That's what I think with that one. But got me onto Simple Man out the jump, to be honest with you. But I wish one more track was added onto it. So I'll give this a 9 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Let's see. 8 out of 10, but let's see. 8 out of 10, but mainly because two things. And it's not even like a knock, it's just as a person, as a fan. I wish there was one more track to kind of close it because once again the ending just feels like it's a cliffhanger. There's no tie into the beginning of this, which was like I think it was an introduction to who Simple Man was. Yeah, Vision. So I wish he would have gave us a outro to like something that tied into the Vision or something. You know what I'm saying? Just an outro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was a proper outro for it. And then also I think there was a song that was in between that I think I just wasn't too much of a fan of. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't for me, but I still gave it a 7. So that's really like why I give it the 8 out of 10. And it's not that it's even a skip. It's just that it's one of those songs that's not for me. And also I love that he ended on this track, but I'm like, nah, he got to end on something else. He had to end that on something else. So, shit, man. Overall, good project. Solid bars as always. Great energy. Good beats, man. Simple Man's talented. I'm looking forward to seeing what Simple Man's journey is going to be as an independent artist over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long he's been grinding for, and I don't know because, you know, there's always pockets where artists do their thing, and then they get in and start going hard. So I don't know if this is that moment right now where he's just going super Saiyan sick about all the music that's going to be released. But I'm looking forward to anything that's happening, man. And once again, man, this is a live chat, man. This is the album reaction. We did our first double feature live in full effect. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody that came through. That's including Simple Man, Hard Target, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat, which I got to address now too because I feel like I missed some things in the chat. So that goes without, you know, further ado and all that, if that's the right thing that I need to say. But once again, shout out everybody in the chat. I'm just kind of checking in the chat right now before I conclude. I got a couple of minutes, and I think I'm going to link up with Goat in a couple of minutes as well, too. And at least in, in an hour, right? Shit, I think we about to link up in about an hour. So, looking forward to that. Hopefully y'all come back and join the festivities for that, man. That should be definitely a good conversation, man. I think this has been something that's been long overdue between me and Goat, man. We've been long overdue for this conversation. So I'm excited to chat with my man's dog again for the first time. And shit, man, I think the last time I spoke with homie on the phone, shit, probably when I started, dog, like early in the summertime and shit. So it's been like a year and some change since we chopped it up on like that type of time. So I'm looking forward to that, man. There's a lot to catch up on, man. He's been doing this thing and growing like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, connecting and networking like a bitch. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like a motherfucker, like a bitch. Like, you know, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I don't think I got to explain that. But yeah, man, he's doing his motherfucking thing, man. And that's always a big shout out to that, man. And I love just watching brothers grow, bro. Like, this is one of those things where, like I said, he was one of the only reactors I think I was watching because mainly it was his passion and what he was talking about with Eminem. And I found myself having conversations with my phone or computer screen while listening to him be like, nah, but you missed that. Or, oh, shit, you missed that, but you came back to it later because I didn't understand the reaction shit as well, too. So that's what it is. Nah, that's all right, Tracy, man. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, joining this one. I appreciate you being in the comments. I appreciate you chatting. You know what I mean? Let's see. You said I cannot fake me. I often enjoy or often annoy people. I cannot do reactions. Hey, listen, that's why I stopped wearing. That's why I wore glasses the first half of it, to keep it a buck with you. Like, I didn't trust my face like that. I didn't know what my facial expressions, but that's a reaction. So I guess I just had to be used to what my face would look like on camera. But then I got used to it, and I was like, fuck it, because it took me a minute to even, really do shit like this. Like, I was doing shit with my fucking glasses on the entire time. Like, them motherfuckers never came off. Like, I didn't even want to rub my eyes, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing this shit, because I didn't want to show my face and shit. So, trust me, I get it. But that's all right if you ain't about to join that one, man. I appreciate you joining this one, and hopefully you join one of the times if we click up again or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I hope it's not nothing personal. I'm hoping that's just that you got time, you ain't got time or something. But, I won't go there with that one, you know what I'm saying? That's the Drake's talking right now, you know what I'm saying? But Lori, I appreciate you as well too. And I'll do that. Hit me up, Lori, hit me up on IG. Let's chop it up on IG and stuff, in regards to that. But I'll definitely willing to have that conversation, because you already know, like, Bad Wolf and Ashley be holding it down. But I know that they getting pulled from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? They getting pulled by the big dogs. They helping little Beto on the couch a little bit, helping me get right, you know what I'm saying? Which, once again, without them, I don't think I would have started this shit off so smooth, to keep it honest with you. So, yeah. But I think on that note, you know what I mean? Once again, if you already in here or whatever, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like the video, send some hearts, throw some couches in the emojis, all that good shit. But nigga gotta eat now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time to eat. So we gonna end this live stream here. I'm gonna set up the next one too. And I'll be back on in a fucking hour at this point. Yeah, legit an hour. So I'll see y'all in a minute. All right now. Peace.